We're going to keep talking about verb tenses. I walk. That's a present tense. I am walking. That's present progressive. It's indicating that I'm doing it right now. The action is continuous. It's happening right now in the present. If it was happening in the past, I could say I was walking. But if I said, night has fallen is another tense. That is called the perfect tense. The perfect tense, we have present perfect, past perfect would be had fallen, and future perfect is will have fallen. To form the perfect tense, we use a form of have, has, or had, and then we add the past participle form of the verb. It usually ends in ed, sometimes en. I have walked on this sidewalk before. That is present perfect. Now we use the perfect tense a lot, but it's a little bit hard to explain. I have finished my walk. You see, that's another perfect tense. Now, even using the word perfect can be confusing because since when do we have to be perfect, as in not making any mistakes? Well, that's not exactly what it means. You see, perfect comes from the Latin perfectum, and it means complete. So anytime if I say perfect tense, if you think complete tense, that might make it easier to remember. Perfect tenses always refer to action that is completed in some way. So, present perfect, he has watched the movie. I have watched the movie. Notice there's a form of have or has or had, and there's the past participle verb. And what is that? That is indicating that the action started at some point in the past. It comes into the future, but it's finished. I have watched the movie. I have walked on this path. It's indicating that the action is done. It's completed. Now you might say, if an action is completed, isn't that the past? Well, we can use the past if we are emphasizing a specific time. I watched Star Wars last night. This is the past tense, and I have a specific time. But if I want to just say it's something I've done, I could say, I have watched Star Wars. If we wanted to say we hadn't, I have not watched Star Wars. Notice the specific time doesn't matter, just that the action happened and that it was completed. The past perfect emphasizes that one action in the past was completed before another action in the past. By the time Mom came to get us, we had played video games for 5 hours. Had played, a form of have, has, or had, and the past participle. This is past perfect. It's something that was finished in the past before another past event. By the time Mom came to get you guys, had played. Future perfect has the same idea, that some action in the future will have been completed by another particular time, that something else happens. By the end of this year, I will have worked for FCMA for 7 years. The verb is will have worked. This is future perfect. It has a form of have, has, or had, and as a past participle. And because of will, it means it's in the future. So future perfect. And I have 2 things I'm looking at. The year ending in the future in June, and my having worked for 7 years. Both of those things will both happen in the future, but one happens before the other. So we have moved from 3 simple tenses, present, past, and future, to progressive tenses, which indicate that action is taking place, has been continuous. And now we're talking about perfect tenses, which emphasize completion, that action has been completed. But guess what? You can put perfect and progressive together, and we'll talk about that next time.